Freshwater biome. What are freshwater biomes? Freshwater biomes are large communities of plants and animals concentrated around water with less than 1% salt concentration. In the mouth, it is murky with all the sediments that water picked up on the way. Less oxygen and light leads to a lot less diversity of species in the mouth or end of the river. A freshwater biome is small bodies of waters including lakes, rivers, streams, and creeks. Ditches, canals, and even puddles can be considered as freshwater biomes due to the fact that life will use them for survival. Freshwater biomes cover 1/5 of the earth and they are vital for our survival. Almost half of our drinking water comes from these resources. Plants and animals.
Some plants can only survive in still waters, but can't survive in moving waters unless they're holding onto something. There are small bodies of water. Many animals live in freshwater ecosystems. Some need the movement of the stream or river water to survive. In fast-moving waters, animals that have to hold onto rocks and the bottom have suction-like structures on their bodies. Others thrive in still water environments, like lakes. There are a variety of fish, birds, insects, and amphibians that make water biomes their home. One important freshwater animal in the United States is trout. Many people love fish trout and eat trout. Trout live in both streams and rivers. They eat fish and insects. Estuaries are rich in animal life and often protected area where juvenile creatures seek refuge. There are also varieties of animals who live in estuaries that people like to eat. For example, clams, shrimps, and a lot of fish. Many animals besides fish live in freshwater biomes. These include crocodiles, hippopotamus, turtles, and frogs. Freshwater biomes are divided into 3 groups: lakes and ponds, streams and rivers, and wetlands. There are 4 key structures that determine the ecology of streams and rivers: the fall of the water, the amount of light, the temperature or climate, and the chemistry of the river. Plants who live in still waters have different adaptations. Water lilies, algae, and duckweed float on the surface. Cattails and reeds grow along the shoreline of many freshwater ecosystems. Estuaries, houseplant live with the unique adaptation of being able to survive in fresh and salty environments.
Climate. On average, temperatures range from 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, and it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 45 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. Because of the diversity of the number of regions this biome is present in, such a vast range of temperatures cannot be ruled out. The climate of freshwater biomes is determined by a number of factors including location, season, and the depth of water as the most prominent ones. On average, the temperatures will decline as the water gets deeper. This pattern is much more common in lakes, where there is less water movement and more depth compared to a river or stream. Precipitation and temperatures are also dependent on the region the biome is located in. Many of the world's wetlands are located in temperate zones, so they will have warmer temperatures and greater precipitation. The lakes and rivers located in mountains and valleys may have lower temperatures and less precipitation. In the summer, tropical areas can reach temperatures close to 24 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Similarly, temperature can change based on the depth of water being tested. This is most obvious in lakes where the temperature is higher in the surface of the water due to the heat from sunlight compared to the deeper part of the lakes.
Location. A freshwater ecosystem includes lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. Lakes are large bodies of fresh water surrounded by land, while ponds are smaller bodies of water surrounded by land. Lake Tahoe is a huge lake on the border of California and Nevada that originates from mountain stream runoff. Most lakes are still and contain diverse plant and animal life. Rivers and streams are moving bodies of fresh water, which usually originate in mountains and come from melting ice or groundwater, and eventually flow into the ocean. For example, the Amazon River originates in the Andes Mountains and ends in the Atlantic Ocean. Over time, as rivers travel, they change course and carve a path through the land. This causes an oxbow, lakes, caverns, and canyons. The place where fresh and salt water meet is called an estuary. A unique place where 2 habitats come together is called an ecotone. Because estuaries are usually shallow, sunlight can reach all levels of the water. Ponds and lakes support similar organisms, but ponds don't stick around for very long. Ponds are often seasonal, meaning they are created in rainy seasons and often dry up after a few months. Lakes, on the other hand, will survive often for hundreds of years. Who calls ponds and lakes homes? Both ponds and lakes are home to various aquatic plants, grazing snails, clams, insects, crustaceans, fish, amphibians, turtles, snakes, and lots of birds.
Thank you, and I hope you learned a bit on freshwater biomes.